Our objective in this lesson is to completely factor trinomials where a is greater than 1. But before that, here are the answers in extra problems I gave in our previous lesson. Kindly write your scores in the comment section below. Once again, here is our concept map in factoring polynomials. As a rule of thumb, we have to ask ourselves if there is a greatest common factor. Again, in this example, this one here is the GCF, while this one is the remaining factor. After determining if there is a GCF, then we have to identify the remaining factor if it is a binomial, a trinomial, or a fourth-term polynomial. You already know how to factor binomials, whether it is difference of two squares or sum and difference of two cubes. You also know as well by this time how to factor trinomial that is a PST. And in our last lesson, we also factor trinomial that is not a PST but A is equal to 1. This time, we'll continue factoring trinomial but the A is greater than 1. Let's have a quick review first of your lesson back in grade 7. Product of two binomials. There are several ways of doing this. In fact, last lesson, I reviewed the window method. This time, let's have the FOIL method. So F stands for the first terms of the binomial. So we're going to multiply them. This will be 6x squared. Now for the O, that would be the outer terms. In this binomial, that is 3x, and in this binomial, that would be negative 7. So 3x times negative 7 is negative 21x. I stands for the inner terms. So that would be 5 times 2x, and it will give us positive 10x. And L stands for the last terms. So the last term in this binomial is 5, while in here is negative 7. Let's multiply them. It will give us negative 35. Let us combine like terms. First, let us copy 6x squared here. Negative 21x plus 10x is negative 11x, and then copy negative 35. This is a trinomial where a is greater than 1. In our lesson for today, we're going to start with this one, a trinomial where a is greater than 1 as our problem, and we will finish when we determine its factors. Again, a quadratic trinomial is a second-degree polynomial with three terms. It is in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. In our last lesson, we factor quadratic trinomials where a is equal to 1. This time, we will focus our discussion on quadratic trinomials where a is greater than 1. Here are some examples. Notice that there are constants in front of a variable raised to the second power. These are all quadratic trinomials where a is greater than 1. So how do we factor quadratic trinomial where a is greater than 1? Let us take this for instance. Again, as a rule of thumb, we have to ask ourselves, is there a GCF? Is there a common factor for 9, 30, and 25? There is none. Second question, since this is a trinomial, let us determine if it is a PST, perfect square trinomial. To do that, we're going to determine the square roots of the first and the third term. The square root of 9x squared is 3x. The square root of 25 is 5. Let us multiply them and it will give us 15x. Multiply this again by 2 and this will give us 30x. Notice that the product is the same as our middle term. Therefore, this trinomial is a PST. And if that's the case, we only need one set of parentheses. For the first term, we're going to write 3x. This is the square root of our first term. And then let us copy this sign. And then for the second term of our factor, let us copy the square root of the third term of the trinomial. And don't forget to raise this to the second power. These are now the factors of 9x squared plus 30x plus 25. But what if, just if, you fail to recognize that this trinomial is a PST? Will you still be able to get the factors? Yes, using the MA technique. I introduced this technique to you in our last lesson, and we are going to use it again. So rule of thumb, is there a GCF? We determined earlier that there is none. Again, the scenario is you failed to determine that this is a PST. I'm going to teach you how to determine the factors anyway, using MA technique. So let me write my M and A, and here is my table. Under multiply, we are going to multiply the numerical coefficient of the first term with our third term. Maybe you will ask me why we didn't do that last time. Actually, we did. It is just that the numerical coefficient of the first term in our last lesson is always equal to 1. So when you multiply 1 times the third term, it is always equal to the third term, and that is what we write here. But this time, since there is a numerical coefficient in the first term, we're going to multiply it with our third term. And 9 times 25 will give us positive 225. For the add, simply copy the numerical coefficient of the middle term. Since this is positive and this is also positive, we are looking for factors that are both positive. So let me start with 1 and 225. It could also be 3 and 75. It could also be 5 and 45. Also 9 and 25. And last one, 15 times 15. Now let us add each pair. 1 plus 225 is 226. 3 plus 75 is 78. 5 plus 45 is 50. 9 plus 25 is 34. And 15 plus 15 is 30. Obviously, we're going to choose the one that is equivalent to our middle term. Therefore, the numbers that we are going to use are 15 and 15. Next step, we have to rewrite 30x using this 15 and 15 here. So how are we going to do that? Pay attention. Let's copy 9x squared. And then I'm going to add 15x plus 15x. 15x plus 15x is just the same as 30x. I just rewrite it. Then copy plus 25. Next step, I'm going to group terms with common factors. So I'm going to group these two and also these two. Now, I'm going to factor out a GCF. From 9 and 15, I can factor out 3. From x squared and x, I can factor out x. So the GCF of this is 3x. So 9x squared divided by 3x will give me 3x. 15x divided by 3x will give me 5. Now here, what will be our GCF? 15 and 25 are both divisible by 5. So I could factor it out. 15x divided by 5 will give me 3x. 25 divided by 5 will give me 5. Notice that there is again a common factor, and that is 3x plus 5. Since it is a common factor, then I will have to factor it out. So I'll write first the GCF, 3x plus 5. And then what's left here? Before the plus sign is 3x. I'll copy that. And then after the plus sign is 5. I'll copy that as well. So these are now my factors. Notice that they are the same. So I could rewrite this as quantity 3x plus 5 raised to the second power. And this is the same answer that we got earlier when we established that this is a perfect square trinomial. So even if you forgot to determine that this is a PST, you will still arrive with the same answer using MA technique. Let's have another one. 2x squared minus x minus 15. First question always, is there a GCF? 2, 1, 15? There is none. Next question, is it a PST? 2 doesn't have an exact square root as well as 15. So the answer is no. So I'm going to use the MA technique. Here is my table. I'm going to multiply 2 and negative 15, and that will give me negative 30. For add, the numerical coefficient here is the invisible 1, so I have negative 1. Since this is negative, I need factors that are of opposite signs. One positive, one negative. Let's start with 1 and negative 30, 2 and negative 15, 3 and negative 10, and 5 and negative 6. Let us add each pair. 1 plus negative 30 is negative 29. 2 plus negative 15 is negative 13. 3 plus negative 10 is negative 7. 5 plus negative 6 is negative 1. So I'm going to choose this one, equal to the numerical coefficient of our middle term. So the numbers that I am going to use to rewrite negative 1x are 5 and negative 6. So let us write negative x as the sum of 5x and negative 6x. Let us copy 2x squared and then plus 5x and then plus negative 6x. Copy negative 15. And then I will group terms with common factors. So I'm going to group this two and this two as well. For 2x squared plus 5x, I can factor out the GCF, which is x. 2x squared divided by x is 2x. 5x divided by x is positive 5. For this one, I can factor out negative 3. Ma'am, how about this plus here? Plus minus 3 is simply minus 3. Let us continue. Negative 6x divided by negative 3 is positive 2x. Negative 15 divided by negative 3 is positive 5. I hope by this time you can see that again there is a common factor, and that is 2x plus 5. So let us factor that. Let us write 2x plus 5. When we factor out 2x plus 5 here, what remains is x. While on this portion, when we factor out 2x plus 5, what remains is minus 3. These are now the factors of 2x squared minus x minus 15. Try this. 3x squared plus 2x minus 8. Again, first question, is there a GCF? Common factor for 3, 2, and 8? There is none. How about PST? Is it a perfect square trinomial? Square root of 3 is not exact, so this is not a PST. Let us use the MA technique. Here is my table. So for multiply, we're going to multiply 3 and negative 8, and that will give us negative 24. For add, we simply have to copy positive 2. Since this is negative, our factor should be of different signs, and the bigger number should be positive. So let me start with negative 1 and positive 24, negative 2 and positive 12, negative 3 and positive 8, negative 4 and positive 6. Let us add each pair. Negative 1 plus 24 is 23. Negative 2 plus 12 is 10. Negative 3 plus 8 is 5. Negative 4 plus 6 is 2. Once again, you don't need to write the plus sign if the number is positive. I just did that so you could easily see that the signs of the factors are different. So which one am I going to choose here? That is positive 2, same as our middle term. So the numbers that I am going to use to rewrite positive 2x are negative 4 and positive 6. Let's do that. Let's copy 3x squared. Now let us rewrite positive 2x as negative 4x plus 6x. Copy negative 8. Then let us group them. This is one group and this one is another group. I'll factor out the GCF. 3x squared and 4x, I could factor out x. 3x squared divided by x is 3x. Negative 4x divided by x is negative 4. For this one, I could factor out positive 2. 6x divided by 2 is 3x. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4. So I know that you can see there is again a common factor. And let us factor it out. Let us write this 3x minus 4. What is left here before the plus sign is x. And after the plus sign is positive 2. So these are now the factors of 3x squared plus 2x minus 8. Let us do extra challenge. We have here 10x squared minus 14x minus 12. First question, is there a GCF? Is there a common factor for 10, 14, and 12? Yes, there is. And that is 2. 10x squared divided by 2 is 5x squared. Negative 14x divided by 2 is negative 7x. Negative 12 divided by 2 is negative 6. So here is our GCF, and this one is the remaining factor. Now, our remaining factor is a trinomial. So we should ask ourselves, is this a perfect square trinomial? Since 5 does not have an exact square root, therefore the answer is no. So we will apply our MA technique. Here is our table. Under multiply, let us multiply 5 and negative 6. And that will give us negative 30. For add, we simply have to copy negative 7. Since this is negative, my factors should be of opposite signs. And since this is negative, the bigger number should be the one that is negative. So I'll start with 1 and negative 30, 2 and negative 15, and 3 and negative 10. Let us add each pair. 1 plus negative 30 is negative 29. 2 plus negative 15 is negative 13. 3 plus negative 10 is negative 7. And you got it right. We have to choose this one. So it means we're going to use 3 and negative 10 when we rewrite negative 7x. Let us do that. So don't forget that we have a GCF. Let us write it first. And then let us copy 5x squared. Now let us rewrite negative 7x using positive 3x plus negative 10x. And then let's copy negative 6. Let us group terms with common factors. I will be grouping these two and these two. Let us look for GCF and factor it out. Let me rewrite my 2 here. From 5x squared plus 3x, I could factor out x. 5x squared divided by x is 5x. 3x divided by x is positive 3. Now on this part, I could factor out negative 2. Again, plus minus 2 is simply minus 2. Negative 10x divided by negative 2 is positive 5x. Negative 6 divided by negative 2 is positive 3. Can you see the common factor? There we have it, 5x plus 3. Let us factor it out. So let us write first our GCF earlier and then our GCF now, which is 5x plus 3. What left here is x, and in here is minus 2. Let us rewrite this, removing this bracket. So this will be 2 times the quantity 5x plus 3 times the quantity x minus 2. This is the complete factored form of 10x squared minus 14x minus 12. This time, I'm going to teach you another method, trial and error method. I do not recommend this because this is so tedious, but still I'm going to show it to you. So we have here 2x squared plus 9x plus 10. Again, first question, is there a GCF? 2, 9, and 10, there is no common factor, so the answer is none. Next one, this is a trinomial, so let us take a look if this is a perfect square trinomial. Is it? Square root of 2 is not exact, so no, this is not a PST. So what I'm going to do now is to write the factors of 2x squared, and that would be 2x and x. Next, I'm going to write the factors for positive 10, and that would be 1 and 10, or negative 1, negative 10, 2 and 5, and negative 2, negative 5. Let us start the trial and error method. First, I'm going to rewrite my factors for the first term, that is 2x and x. And then I'm going to choose one pair of factors here. Let us say 1 and 10. I'll do the cross multiplication. So x times 1 would be x. 2x times 10 is equal to 20x. And then I'll add this 2 and this is 21x. This is not the same as my middle term, so meaning these are not the factors I'm looking for. Again, I'll write 2x and x. This time, I'll interchange 1 and 10. I'll make it 10 and 1. Same procedure, cross multiplication. X times 10 is 10x. 2x times 1 is 2x. I'll add them. This is 12x. It's still not the same as my middle term. Again, 2x and x. I'm done with 1 and 10. I'll have now negative 1, negative 10. Cross multiplication, x times negative 1 is negative x. 2x times negative 10 is negative 20x. I'll add this 2 and this is negative 21x. Still not the same as my middle term. I'll write again the factors of my first term, 2x and x. This time I'll interchange this 2. It will be negative 10, negative 1. Same procedure, cross multiply, x times negative 10, negative 10x. 2x times negative 1, negative 2x. I'll add this to negative 12x. Is still not my middle term. Imagine I already tried 4 combinations of my factors, but still nothing is equal to my middle term. So I'll write again 2x and x. I'm done with negative 1, negative 10. This time 2 and 5. So I'll have 2 and 5. Cross multiplication, x times 2 is 2x. 2x times 5 is 10x. I'll add this to 12x, not 9x. Once again, I'll write 2x and x. I'll interchange these two, so 5 on top, 2 at the bottom. Cross multiply, x times 5 is 5x. 2x times 2 is 4x. I'll add this to 9x. And this is equal to my middle term. So that's it. I'm done looking for my factors. The first binomial is positive 2x and positive 5. So I'll write it as 2x plus 5. Then the second pair of binomial is positive x, positive 2. So that is quantity x plus 2. These are now the factors of 2x squared plus 9x plus 10. This method, trial and error method, is a bit tedious. That's why I do not recommend this. You may stick with the MA technique that I discussed earlier. For the summary, here are the things that we learned in this lesson. How to factor trinomial where a is greater than 1. Now, it is time to check your understanding. Pause this video for more time. Let us answer factor 5x squared minus 17x plus 14. First question, is there a GCF? 5, 17, and 14, there is none. Second question, since this is a trinomial, is it a perfect square trinomial? 5 here do not have an exact square root as well as 14, so no, this is not a PST. So let us use the MA technique. Here is my table. Under multiply, I'm going to multiply 5 and positive 14 here, and this will give me positive 70. And for odd, I simply have to copy negative 17. Since this is positive, then my factors should have the same signs. Since this is negative, then they should be both negative. So I could start with negative 1 and negative 70, negative 2 and negative 35, negative 5 and negative 14, and last one, negative 7 and negative 10. Let us add each pair, negative 1 plus negative 70, negative 71. Negative 2 plus negative 35, negative 37. Negative 5 plus negative 14, negative 19. Negative 7 plus negative 10, negative 17. Of course, I'm going to choose this one. So it means I'm going to use negative 7 and negative 10 when I rewrite negative 17x. So I'll copy 5x squared, and then I'll rewrite this using negative 7x plus negative 10x. I'll copy plus 14. And then I'll group this one group, and this one, another group. I'll take out the GCF on this binomial, and that is x. 5x squared divided by x is 5x. Negative 7x divided by x is negative 7. For this binomial, I could factor out negative 2. Plus minus 2 is simply minus 2. Negative 10x divided by negative 2 is positive 5x. Positive 14 divided by negative 2 is negative 7. Quick check, negative 2 times 5x is negative 10x. Negative 2 times negative 7 is positive 14. So by this time, I know that you already see that we have again a common factor. So let us factor that GCF. Let me write it first, quantity 5x minus 7. So what is left here before the minus sign is x, and after the minus sign is 2. So I have minus 2. These are now the factors of 5x squared minus 17x plus 14. Gets? To master this lesson, here are some problems for you to work on. Watch out for my next video lesson where I reveal the correct answers. Our next lesson is solving problems involving factors of polynomials.